Where's the backing track? Here it is. Hey, good evening. Good day, wherever you are. This was just a spontaneous decision to play this because it reminded me of another piece I wanted to show you today. That was Misty, of course. Yeah, Federico is right. Hello, everybody. Great that you're here. Spinner One. Yeah, that's nice that you worked on the Christmas songs. I mean, some of them feel good to play still in January. So maybe just continue with them. I really like to play the Jingle Bell Rock. I think that's not included in the video though. There's that great version by Alex Paklin, the Russian harmonica player, and he plays a wonderful solo over this, which I used to transcribe and play, and I still teach to my students because it's like very well composed. Yeah. If you're interested in private Skype lessons, I put that email address here. You can also send recordings there, so I can review them here on stream. Nice, yeah. From Barcelona, that's great too. Promenade by Howard Levy, that's fantastic. Beautiful piece. Anso is here, and someone from Korea, which is amazing. Hey, I'm really happy that I'll be back in Korea this year at the Seoul Harmonica Festival. I don't know, that's in August again? Yeah, really looking forward to that. After being there last year. Last year I played there for the first time, like the open air concert. Before that it was always like inside, but that was a very special experience, like in the middle of the city. I even sang a song of mine. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm gonna do that again. Always looking for new Korean songs that are popular and nice to play on the harmonica. There's one I played by a famous band. It's called Peekaboo. You should check it out on my YouTube channel. It's a great composition. I love it. But if you know other pieces, other Korean pop songs, please write them in the chat. I would love to check them out. So yeah, that was just a little easy, mellow version of Misty. I just picked a harmonica. I haven't played that. I never played that probably. I was reading a little bit from the lead sheet to remember the B section. But it's a beautiful song. So yeah, maybe there are even some people from the US here today. Maybe you also heard about the NAMM show going on that was during the weekend, right? And Hohner also was there too. I have a friend. She also gave like interviews or conducted interviews at the NAMM show for Toman. But she didn't go to the Hohner booth. Some other guy was doing that. But Hohner had some great new things. They have a new microphone, which I don't have to this point. I hope I can get one to show it to you. But it's called the Blues Blaster, or the Harp Blaster microphone. I already got the chance to play a prototype, which was great because we actually checked them out here in Hamburg. So yeah, but I don't have the final product. What I have are the new flex cases, the harmonica cases. Oh yeah, from Brazil. That's amazing. I have so many like South American pieces that I'm working on. Of course, like Piazzolo is not Brazilian, but I'm working on a lot of Chorot pieces and some Hermeto Pascual and Egberto Gismonti. I think I'm gonna see Egberto Gismonti in the Elbphilharmonie, the great classical concert hall here in Hamburg, next month or in 2 weeks even. I'm sure that will be a great concert. And if you don't know Egberto Gismonti, check him out. Egberto Gismonti. I'm gonna write his name down. Hope I wrote that right. So yeah, these are the cases by Hohner, the new ones. There's a small one, or they call it the medium-sized one, which is just for like 7 harmonicas. That's nice if you're very sure about your gig and you know, I only need these 7 harps. So that's very handy. If you get 2 of these, you can stick them together and you can carry 14. That's great. Very comfortable. Also good for your backpack. I really like to just put these cases into my backpack so I don't have like another piece of luggage. And I always carry the backpack with me. So in the worst case, if my luggage gets lost, I still have my backpack and my harmonicas, and I can kind of play the gig. And the other one is the large one. Just have my harmonicas laying around here, so it doesn't look that pretty. So there's only one harmonica in there right now, but you can have 7 in here, another chromatic here, which I also do now because so many people want to have that Stevie Wonder sound. And also if I'm producing, sometimes the chromatic harmonica is the better sound for the beat. So yeah, this is a little more representable. Space for another chromatic. You could also put in a microphone there, which is great. Some tools in here. I don't know, the only tools I use. That was the piano. Hope you can hear that. I'm gonna use that later. I always carry this one. I don't know how to call this. You can get it probably everywhere, but this is from the Hohner kit, I think. And I even use it on stage. If anything's wrong with my reed clearances and the distance between the reed and the reed plate, I set it up on stage and try to free the reed or something. Or I just remember if something like that happened in the concert and like a reed is stuck, I just adjust it without even like just screwing the harmonica apart. But still, I carry the screwdriver, so if I gotta do this. These are the only things I carry with me. But that's really good. It's, of course, a little bigger than like others, where you can also fit 14 harmonicas. But it's very solid. That's nice for the instruments. So this is what I'm using right now. There's also the big one, but that's definitely like another piece of luggage. But if you're a blues player and you have like all the keys and maybe like backup harps, that's the one you gotta have. You gotta carry that. So you can fit up to like 48 harmonicas in here. I'm not sure. It's 6 and 8. Yeah. So there's also space for another, probably chromatic or a microphone, for some tools. And you can always like get these things out here too. So that's very handy. Even the chromatic. Yeah, I didn't know that. You can also take this thing out. I'm not sure. Then you lose space for like 18 harmonicas. But you can fit another chromatic or a microphone, or I don't know, the new Hohner Blue Blaster microphone. So yeah, this makes a lot of sense if you're a blues player. And the harmonicas really, they stay in there, which I really like. So you just put them in, and you can turn the whole thing upside down, and the harmonica won't fall out of the case. So yeah, driving because Korea is the biggest holiday. The biggest holiday in Korea right now, I didn't know about that. Are there any holiday pieces that you can play on harmonica in Korea? That would be exciting. So yeah, 2 weeks ago I did the last live stream. In the meantime, I also uploaded another lesson on my own YouTube channel, which was about the 3-hole bendings. And I want to start with that a little. Then I'm gonna talk about the other video I uploaded, which is an interview, and it includes some music, and the piece we played, a song by Bob Dylan. That's something I wanted to show you. And while playing that, it somewhat reminded me of Misty, so that's why I played Misty in the beginning. We will talk about the harmonic structure and all of that later, because it seems to be similar. So yeah. But first of all, that's something everybody can do. Let's take out our C harmonicas. I want to talk about the bendings on hole 3, which are like the hardest notes on the harmonica, on the diatonic harmonica. Even if you're like the biggest pro player, these are the hardest notes to get and to play them in tune and to include them like seamlessly into your phrases. Other than overblows or even overdraws, they are easier, definitely. So, just trying to remember what I said in my video. So, hole 3 is a big problem, because we have the biggest distance between the blow note and the draw note here. So, you can probably hear the piano. I turn it up a little. So we have a G on the blow. Sorry about that. And a B on the draw. So there are 3 half steps in between, or 3 keys on the piano. And these are all notes we can get on that hole by bending down the B. I heard about some player, there's the player, he's called Tinus Korn from the Netherlands. He's playing the diatonic harmonica chromatically. He's really, really good, and I think he only plays on the C harmonica, and he doesn't want to play any other instrument because he thinks it messes up his intonation on the C harmonica. And I was thinking about that, and I don't think that he's right. Maybe it's good for him, but I think with all these bendings, you gotta have control over the whole range of the bend, even the notes or the quarter steps that are in between. You want to have a consistent tone over the whole range of the bend, even if you're too low. Sometimes you want to be too low. Sometimes you want to be too high. It's just a feeling, and the intonation is coming from here. And if you can sing the note, then you'll definitely be able to play it if you know the bending technique. So, yeah. So I disagree with Tinos a little, but maybe it's good for him. Yeah. And we're also on the C harmonica. So the first exercise for the 3-hole draw and the bendings is to play 3-hole draw and bend the note down in linear motion as slowly as possible without any steps in between. So I try to go as low as possible. So that was pretty slow. You could get a little lower. And if you prepare yourself to do that, you can do it like the whole way down and going back up again. Hey Andrew, hi to Seattle. I'm on the C harmonica. I'm talking about the bendings on hole 3. And you might be surprised, like how high these actual like natural notes are, and how high they are if you really play them as high as possible, because like most of the time we are bending them a little bit. Of course, like these instruments, they are also tuned a little higher than we play them. If I play it as high as it is tuned, I mean, of course, like the reed itself, the note already gets a little lower if you put the reed plates on the harmonica, but it gets even lower if you just play the note in context. You would never play it as open like that, but you might have there would be a little vibrato on there, or would be a little lower. That's why Stevie Wonder tunes his harmonicas, his chromatic harmonicas, very, very high. So he has a lot of possibilities in terms of expression and bending down the notes, which is his signature sound. So, yeah. That's the first exercise. We want to have a consistent tone, a consistent volume over the whole range of the band too. Also on hole 2. And that feels so high. So these are the two hardest holes on the instrument. And before you try to start hitting these pitches, I would do this exercise until you can really do this, because then it's easy. Then you just gotta know how to sing the notes and have the right embouchure and the right tongue position. Although there's like more than one solution for the tongue position and your embouchure, because the bending can be a combination of like your tongue, but also your throat. Because of course you can also bend while tongue blocking. And then, of course, your tongue is fixed on the instrument, laying on the comb of the instrument, and you just can do like tiny movements with the tongue. And the main action for the bending comes from your throat. If you're a tongue blocker, you're probably blocking the holes in the left side of your mouth, and you play through the right side of your mouth. If you can do this already, you should practice it the other way around, blocking the notes through the right side of your mouth and playing through the left side of your mouth. So if you're playing 3-hole draw, I would play 3-hole draw through the left side, and my tongue sits on holes 4 and 5, blocking D and F. And that sounds pretty good, but I feel and I know that it's not quite as good as the other way around, of course, because I'm more used to having the tongue in the left side of my mouth. The other side. And then you could start to play with volume and get louder when you reach the lowest position of the note and the highest one. And this also has to do with the speed of going up and down. So it's more like exponential, an exponential curve. Yeah. Oh yeah, thank you, Andrew. Glad you like the version of Georgia on My Mind. It's a nice song to play, also live. It's very bluesy. You can play it in churches, and yeah, I think they used to sell like a 2 CD set of my first album where you also have a version without me, so you can play harmonica with my band and have the backing track available. Um, I think that's nice because it's a nice version. Yeah, and Greece, that's great. Yeah, Konstantinos here. First exercise. As soon as you're able to do this, you can focus on a specific pitch on the band. So let's say we wanna hit the A on hole 3, the whole step band. Same thing. We would start on the 3-hole draw naturally, bend down as slowly as possible. Same technique, linear motion, no steps in between. Same volume until we reach the A. And as soon as we reach it, we want to hold it, of course. Yeah, just listening to that note in like different harmonic contexts. As soon as we can do that, it would be nice to play the note more than once. So without taking the harmonica out of your mouth, you just want to stop the airstream, then do the same thing again, but this time you're really only playing A's after doing the slow movement using the band, reaching A. Then you can experiment with like how you want to articulate the note in which situation. You want to do it with your throat, or you even want to try it with your tongue, which can sound a little weird sometimes, but you can definitely do it a little faster. But it has to be more like the middle of your tongue touching the upper part of your mouth. If you do it up front, it won't sound that nice. It can be a nice effect, but probably not nice for melodic music. I don't like that sound. But maybe you do. Then you should use it. Not as much control over the pitch of the note, too. So that's like the tip of my tongue. And that's more like the middle now. So that's a difference, I would say. Please let me know if you can hear the difference and which one you like better. The first one with the tip of my tongue. Then the middle of the tongue. Or just the throat. That would be the third option. So 1, 2, or 3. I'm excited. Tip of the tongue. Middle of the tongue. Or just the throat. Let me know in the chat. Nice, third. I would always go with third, probably most of the time, unless I have to like articulate the note very often, because then I'm not that fast with my throat as I am with my tongue, right? Nice, yeah, second and third. Great. Yeah, the first one is a little, I don't know, it sounds like a harmonica in a bad in a bad way. So as soon as you can do that, of course, the next step would be just to play the band, and in between you can take the harmonica out of your mouth. Doesn't look too obvious, right? Just like that. And then you can start out to incorporate the note into your playing. And then it also doesn't matter if you're on a G harmonica. If you have the melodies in mind and you want to play and the pitches, and maybe you are even able to like sing them or approximate them with whistling or something to get the right embouchure for the note itself, then you can intonate very well on all the harmonicas, and not just on one. It's just about getting the control over the whole range. So yeah, that was basically what I told in the YouTube lesson on my channel. And the other video I recorded and uploaded to my channel was an interview, probably the first interview I ever conducted, with, he's more like a multi-instrumentalist. His name is Malcolm Harrison. He's from Manchester, from the UK, and he lives in Berlin, and he plays harmonica, he plays guitar, and he plays mandolin. He's also producing a lot of music for film music, and also plays harmonica for like a lot of big popular artists here in Germany. And most of the harmonica players don't know here in Germany. So that's why I did the interview. And at the end of the interview, you can check him out. There's like a band called the Boss Hoss here in Germany, and they're one of the few bands who are really like playing country, rock and roll, blues music in the big venues. So he's part of that band, and it was a great interview. And in the end, we played a song by Bob Dylan. The song is from 1975. Just celebrated anniversary, I think. That's what Malcolm told me. And the song is called Simple Twist of Fate. And you should tell me, I think the original key for this is D, D major. And then Of course, Bob Dylan would have played the G harmonica in first position, but it's nice to play a solo in second position over this. The chords are beautiful. We can really take advantage of the chromatic movement of the seventh notes that are within the chords. I want to talk about that. So let me know if you know the song. Probably I don't get too deeply into the melody, but I'm just rather talking about improvising over these chords. So tell me if you have a G harmonica. If not, then we're just going to do it on the C harmonica in second position in G then. I think we played it in F in the interview. But yeah, let me know if you prefer the G harmonica or the C harmonica. I will look for the chords in the meantime. They are not really hard. So hard to play harmonica, like play piano with the microphone in front of me. I don't know how to reach the keys. So you can hear the seventh movement. That's the whole chord progression. Very easy, very beautiful. I have a G. I prefer G. Alex Rossi will be doing some live also. Oh, that's fantastic. Let me know when. I want to tune in. That's exciting. Yeah. G. Yeah, let's go with the G harmonica. That's great. So we're in the key of D. Playing second position. Let me take a picture of the chords here, and then I'll try to show them on screen. Let me see. Add a picture. And where did I save this? Desktop. Nice. That was fast. I'm getting better and better with this. Okay, so we're starting off with the D chord. Oh, there's some latency going on. I'm going to turn down the buffer size in my DAW. That's the D major 7, D7, G minor, that doesn't sound right? Let me see. I'm gonna play the snippet of our interview to you, where we play the song. It's in another key, I think. I think you'll be able to hear it. You can actually hear everything that's coming out of my computer. So.
They walked together by the park. As the
that was an E.
Dark. She looked at him and he felt a spark. Tingled to his bones. Was then he fell alone.
I played this for the first time.
Straight in and watched out for a simple twist.
You can check out the video on my YouTube channel.
Walked along by the old canal, a little confused, yeah, I remember well. Stopped into a strange hotel.
So if you don't know, that's Simple Twist of Fate, written by Bob Dylan.
He felt the heat of the night, hidden like a freight train, moving with a simple simple twist of fate.
Okay, so in bar 12, goes to the parallel minor.
The saxophone someplace far off played as he was walking down by the arcade, as a light burst through the beat up shade where he was waking up.
There's some nice chordal stuff you can do.
Of a blind man at the gate.
So that's an A harmonica in the video.
Got about a simple twist of fate.
And that's Malcolm playing in Iraq. Very sweet. And a little bluesy. Some nice sixths you can play in there.
He woke up and the room was bare. He couldn't see her anywhere. Told himself he
Also
didn't
nice
care.
movement.
Threw the window open wide. He felt an emptiness inside, to which he just could not relate. Brought on by a simple twist of fate. It's a ticking of the clocks. He walks along with a parrot that talks. Hunts it down.
I really love the harmonies of this.
Where the sailors all come in. Then she'll pick him out again. Tell me, how long must he wait? One more time for a simple twist of fate.
Some more blues. Again, that seventh movement. And some double stops. Very rich sounding. So that's part of the interview I conducted with Malcolm Harrison. You can check it out on my YouTube channel. But let's talk about the song. A Simple Twist of Fate by Bob Dylan. It's a rock song. He published it on his 15th record. That was in 1975, in January actually. So that's exactly, I'm so bad at math, 45 years ago. So, yeah. There was another live recording in 78, but I think it's a beautiful song, and I think the original key is D, so I have my G harmonica in my hands. We're starting out with the D major triad. This one is a little off tune. So that's the root note. The 6-0 blow. 2-0 draw for the first 2 bars. And then we basically lower the D to a C sharp to get the D major 7 chord in bars 3 and 4. That would be the 5 all over blow, or the 2 half step. Sorry, the 2 half step bend. And for bars 5 and 6, we lower the 7th even 1/2 step more. So from F sharp, we go down to C and get the D dominant 7th sound, which we're familiar with because of the blues we play. So that's the 2 whole step bend. Or the 5 draw. And then again the 7th gets lowered a half step, so the C becomes a B. But it's not anymore the 7th of the chord, but it resolves to being the 3rd of the G major chord in bars 7 and 8. So it's nice to have that resolution and just land on the subdominant chord of the piece, and just a triad in this case. These are the first 8 bars. It's nice to improvise over this. You can play very bluesy, but you can also take advantage of the 7th movement. So I'm playing them up in my right hand. So that's 6 blow, 5 all over blow. Someone's calling me. I have no time for that. Sorry about that. So that's the 5 all draw, and that's the 5 all blow. And that's G major, so that's our triad we have available on all the blow notes. So we can do some effects on that one. Maybe play like 6th. Or do some tongue switching. Yeah, that's nice. Or in the low octave, it's 2 whole draw, 2 whole half step bend, 2 whole hold step bend, 2 whole blow. And the upper octave again. Sorry, yeah. So after we reach the G, the 3rd of the G major, the B, the 2 whole blow, the 5 whole blow, gets lowered to half step. And what we get is a G minor triad. Or G minor triad. So that's the subdominant minor chord, which is very, very common or it was very common during that time period in pop songs. What's that called? That song called? It's a Pink song. Nobody knows but me. Is that true? What's that song called? I don't remember. Great example for this chord progression. It's nice to play over these two even. So we know how to play over the D major. We know how to play over the D major 7. We really gotta play the major scale with the major 7th. So the 5/4 overblow or the 2/2 half step band. Then we know how to play over the D7. Basically all the natural notes on the G harmonica. Or like just blues playing in second position. And then we reach the G. And then we really can play like every single note on the instrument that's naturally available. But then we go to the G minor. And that's something we probably didn't do too much to this point. That's like first position minor. And that's like a Dorian flavor. So let me write down that scale for you. So that's first position Dorian. Is there nobody who knows about that Pink song? I really want to know. So that's first position Dorian. Depending on the context, let me see. There's also could be melodic minor with a major 7th. Let's see what we hear. I actually hear the melodic minor there. So we gotta adjust one note. So that's first position melodic minor. And instead of the flat 7, we have the major 7 in there, which means we are playing an F sharp instead of F. So that's 3-hole draw, 7-hole draw, and 10-hole half step band. Oh, there it is. So that's basically the major scale in G, all like in first position, just with a minor third. So the first part, especially if you like play the scale descending, sounds like major until you reach the minor third, the B flat, the 4-hole overblow, or the 1-hole overblow, or the 8-hole half step bend, the blow bend. And after that, nothing too special happens. We go back to D, go back to the subdominant chord, and then in bar 14 we actually go to the dominant chord for the first time. Hey, enjoy harmonica. Great that you're here. Thanks. Yeah, great that it blends well together. I try to look a little more at the ratio of like the audio coming from here and the audio coming from the piano and like the internal audio stuff. I forgot that chord. I think it goes to B minor there. Some double stops. Very beautiful. Double stops very, very similar to the stuff we did over Auld Lang Syne. But also these thirds, not the thirds, but the sixth. They are very useful. It's also a nice effect, which I used. Playing 2-hole draw and 5-hole draw at the same time. Blocking holds 3 and 4. Then I'm slowly bending the 2-hole draw through the left side of my mouth. Until I reach like somewhat of a perfect octave between the 2-hole whole step bend and the 5-hole draw, which is an F. And then I blow through holds 2 and 5 blow. So that's the E, and that's... Is that right? Oh, I was thinking C harmonica. I'm sorry. So that's C. Going to B, and the B is the third of the G major then. So I will try to send you a backing track for this. And maybe we can get to this during the next stream. The other song, Misty, it reminded me of this chord progression. the same song. It's very, very close. Goes a little earlier to the dominant. But yeah, both of them have a similar vibe because of that harmonic motion. And Misty also makes use of that movement of the seventh going down in half steps. So yeah, Andrew wrote "The Truth About Love" by Pink. I would love to check that out right now. I'm not allowed to play these songs on the stream, but I'll listen to it later. But I'm sure it's an older song by Pink. I think it's "Nobody Knows." That's like a popular song people sing at like auditions for like TV casting shows, right? I think that's where I know it from. Or it's like, actually it's like pretty old. I was probably listening to it in 2006. Wow. Yeah. So I'll play another last version of Misty maybe to wrap this off. Again, the YouTube live stream is happening every 2 weeks. The next one is in 2 weeks from now, Thursday evening. I'm not sure. I think I'm going to do it on another day. Maybe I'm streaming next week. So that would be 13th. Or I'm streaming on 13th of February again. Let me know in the chat which date would be better for you. Do you want me to stream next week or in 3 weeks? Because I told you about this. In 2 weeks, I'm at that concert by Egberto Gismonti here in Hamburg. And there's also Avishai Cohen playing with this trio, quartet, with this combo. The trumpet player, not the bass player. The bass player is also amazing. But yeah, I think I'm going for Egberto Gismonti. He's playing a solo set there. So yeah, let me know. I will write it in the chat. So January 30th or February 13th. Let me know which date would be better for you. I'm fine with both. If you have any questions, you can drop them in the comments below in the chat. Let me know what you want to learn in the next lesson. If there are not too many ideas, I will go with Misty. But I would love to hear your ideas. And still, you can send all your recordings to lessons@konstantinreinfeld.com, and the Facebook group where we discuss topics for this live stream. I linked it below, so if you're on Facebook, you should join us there. If you want to stay updated about the stuff I'm doing harmonica-wise, you can follow me on Instagram. I think I'm most active there. That's Konstantin. I don't know what that is, and Reinfeld. I think you'll just find me there on Instagram. So yeah, if I stream next week, I'll probably do both dates. That's true. Yeah. So let me know what's better for you. That's another version by Misty. Or of Misty. gotta find the right harmonica for this. Where's my B flat? Oh, here it is. That's the wrong key. I transposed it to think. But yeah, here it is. So that's my B flat harmonica in key of F. No, in E flat, but 12th position. That backing track was a little more boring. Sorry for that. That was coming out of iWhip Pro. But there's another one on YouTube I used in the beginning. So, hope you enjoyed this live stream today. Let me know about the next time. And I think, yeah, maybe we'll go for February 13th. We can talk about this in the YouTube or in the Facebook group below. So, hope you have a good day or good evening wherever you are. Thank you so much for tuning in, and see you next week and or on February 13th, 9 p.m. Central European Time. I will upload some stuff on Simple Twist of Fate in the Facebook group below, and spread the news, spread the live stream. You can ask everything, and I will tell you everything about the harmonica. So all the best. Bye-bye.